if you were to say, forget Pulsechain, that ecosystem, forget Hex, what are a few things you're excited about, maybe in terms of programming development? Like what are some cool potential innovations that might help bring people in, or that you just think are cool, coins wise?
Coins wise,
Yeah.
when it comes to cool, I think that Helium is really cool. The Internet of Things type token. That's a really cool thing.
You
Polkadot is
mentioned
really,
that.
yeah. Helium is actually really cool. They have some problems getting people to use it, and its price is going down, of course, like the rest of crypto. But it definitely has a lot of potential. Polkadot is
Well,
really cool too. Polkadot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. What is cool about, like, forget the price right now. Like, I'm gonna treat Helium like Zen. Like, okay, Zen is a great onboarding tool. There's a few other things I like about it aside from the price. And then if the price ever has positive price performance, awesome. But what about Helium? So forget the price right now. What is it that you think is innovative or cool about Helium? I don't know what it does, or what is
Helium
its purpose.
allows you to connect your Internet of Things, your small devices like your smartwatch or maybe your thermostat. You connect it to a system, a mesh network that doesn't necessarily need a router. And then you can share information and share information with the public. And you can anonymize yourself to make yourself anonymous, but then you
Uh-huh.
can share your heart rate information to the wider public, and then people can do research on all types of information that you share. And then if you decide to share your information through Helium, like either you run a router
Mm-hmm.
or you connect your device to a Helium router, maybe you receive a small amount. It depends on how your protocol or your program is running. Then you will receive rewards in Helium token. So if you run
Interesting.
your own router, you could do a 5G router. They just came out with one. We could do a router that's hooked up to your landline internet, and then you receive a little bit
Interesting.
of Helium.
So I have a mesh router. It's called a Nighthawk. So is Helium um so I think I've got what you're saying. I definitely understand. Um like, Helium is the token. They're basically trying to onboard people, and the information that they're gathering, you're going to share it with them, but they're going to know that this is my information, but not necessarily is it going to be tied to my name, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, they'll know all the, like, oh yeah, he's 36, he's a male, he's whatever info I give them, and then a lot of it is health data, right? Is that what you said? Heart rate.
You can use your health data if you want to, but of course, that
It's up
might
to me.
because of the laws that they have, the HIPAA laws that are
Right,
there.
right. Yeah, yeah.
So
And who where do you think this like, obviously some of these things, sometimes when they take off, they really take off. Like, I would say Under Armour did a really good job with like a running software, and that led to them creating another app that just had like health info, and would give you info based upon just what age group you're in and all this other stuff. Um, are they are they trying to gather just health data, or is it data of basically whatever you're willing to give them?
I think they're trying to get all types of data, not just
Okay.
health data. I'm not really sure about the details too much, but
Oh,
they're
well,
definitely
that's
trying to
cool.
get all types of data. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one you were mentioning was Polkadot.
Yeah.
And why do you think, like, what excites you about Polkadot?
That allows you to um, operate between many different chains, like all the chains. It wants to connect all the chains all the time.
So is
Um,
it a cross chain swap type?
it's, it's,
I've heard of Polkadot, of course, but I don't know anything about it.
it's like a cross chain network. So it'll allow you to directly talk to Bitcoin while you're on Zen or while you're on Maddox network. You can just
Interesting.
exchange directly with any network that decides to join their network too.
Do
So it
you
makes
use it a lot?
not really, not yet. Right now, it's just going through its test phases. So a lot of apps are building on top of it, and it's doing a lot of
Yeah.
testing. And you can play around with it, but it's not it's not at its final form, I guess you could say.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The price action is really good. It's been good for a while now. So
Yeah,
um,
I see it on the lists all the time. Like when when I go to CMC or whatever, it's always on there.
it's always
Um,